What you saying, ladies and gents? It is your boy Look At Sam. We are back again today for another video, and today I'm going to be predicting all the results for the quarterfinals of Euro 2020. Some tasty fixtures, but before I get into it, today I'm going to set a like target at 30 likes. So go now, right down now, smash that like button and comment when you have done, because it really helps me out. But anyway, let's get right into it. Roll that intro. Now let's get straight into our first game, where Spain host Switzerland. And Spain have had I don't really know how to describe it. In the last two games, yes, they have scored 10 goals, but defensively they look really poor. Conceded 3 against Croatia, and they really should have walked through that game. The chances they had, and I know I'm just going to talk about the defence first. Defensively, they just seem very, very, very vulnerable. The full-backs like to bomb on, and it leaves the two centre-backs, whether that's Laporte and Torres or whoever else, Garcia. They look very vulnerable. And it's this passing out from the back style of play. It invites pressure on, it encourages teams to press them. And that's the only problem I worry against Switzerland. And not only that, going forward, Spain, yes, I know I've just said they've scored 10 goals, but they still don't have a striker that can score. Morata misses too many chances, and not a lot of people say he scored 20-something goals. I think it's 22 goals in 43 games for Spain. That doesn't matter. It literally does not matter. If I could score 30 goals on that side, the amount of chances they create from Morata, he has to be more clinical. And that is the only problem for me, for Spain. It's my biggest worry. Midfield, it's beautiful. Wingers, they've got good wingers. It's just the striker. They haven't got that number 9 who will bag them the goals. Yes, as I've just said, they scored 10 goals in the last 2 games. But before that, that's where I worry about them. Coming up against the Switzerland side, who, to be honest, shocked everyone. They've been brilliant. Embolo, Seferovic, both 2 brilliant players, and not only that, they've got one of the best goalkeepers in the tournament, Jan Sommer, and he is honestly genuinely one of the best keepers, and he will really be needed in this game, because Spain will create chances. Morata will probably miss a lot of chances. I said that now, he'll probably score a hat-trick now I've said that, but Sommer I think will be huge in this game. I do think Spain will just about edge this, because they have got that edge over Switzerland's side, but Switzerland will put up a big fight, and they're a side that you can't just, we've seen them, they don't get walked all over. They're a very good side, very good going forward. Literally, Embolo and Seferovic are 2 just unreal strikers, and one of them will definitely score in this game, because Spain do not keep clean sheets. I do think Spain are going to win this game though. I think Spain are going to win 3-1. And now on to arguably the biggest game of this tournament, is where Belgium face Italy. 2 sides which before the tournament pretty much up there as some of the favourites. This is going to be a really hard game to call. Belgium are without Kevin De Bruyne though, their main man, their creative spark. Without him, I don't know where the chance is going to be created. Not only that, Eden Hazard is out of this game as well. It's going to be a tough one for Belgium, but Belgium have looked defensively quite sound. It's one thing that people have questioned them in the past, is are they that good defensively? And the 3 at the back system for them, Vertonghen, Alderweireld and Vermaelen have been pretty solid. They are very slow defenders though, and I do worry coming up against Insigne, Chiesa, Immobile, Berardi. Are they going to be able to cope with that pace going forward? But we'll have to wait and see. The midfield for me is the biggest battle, and Yuri Tielemans will be huge in this game. Yuri Tielemans and Axel Witsel will have a gap. They will have to play out of their skin if Belgium are to get anything from this game, because Italy's midfield, we all know how good it is. Locatelli, Verratti, Jorginho, we all know, I don't even need to go into details. That midfield, that is where the biggest battle in this game will be. But one man to look out for Belgium going forward will be Torgan Hazard. Torgan Hazard has been one player who's really surprised me. He's been playing left wing back for a Belgium side, and yes, he's not normally plays at left midfield or left winger, but he's been playing as a left wing back due to Castagna going out injured very early on in the tournament. But he's been bombing on forward and creating a lot of chances, and he's got a couple of goals, notably against Portugal, that finish, which was a good finish, but Patricio should have saved that. But that's beside the point. I do think Belgium are really going to have to rely on him, Lukaku, Carrasco, and even Meunier going forwards, and Mertens up top. Overall, I think Italy will just about edge this game. I did originally, before De Bruyne getting injured, I would have told you I think Belgium would win this game, but I don't think they can create enough here. And that's the problem we saw against Portugal. When De Bruyne went off, all the chances just stopped. The tempo slowed right down, because that's what De Bruyne does. De Bruyne operates in positions where you need the creative player like him. He puts lots of balls in the box, makes balls over the top, comes in short. He's just everywhere. So I do think Italy are just going to about edge this game, And we also know how defensively sound Italy are. They've just been unreal in this tournament. Spinazzola been very good. Bonucci, Chiellini, very good defenders. And Di Lorenzi, who's come in after the early injury to Florenzi, and he's been very good. And Donnarumma, a brilliant goalkeeper. So overall, I think Italy will just about edge this, mainly because their defence is so good and they've got that pace up top that will get in behind that slow Belgium defence. So overall, I'm going to go for a 2-1 Italy away win. Now on to the 5 o'clock kickoff on the Saturday night. This game, going into it, not many people are that excited about it, but genuinely I'm really excited about this game. This game is so hard to call, honestly. It could go either way. Czech Republic versus Denmark. We both know how brilliant Czech Republic have been in this tournament. They've really surprised a lot of people. Not many people even predicted they'd get out of the groups, but one player who's been unreal is Patrick Schick. He's added a lot of value to himself this season. He hasn't had the career that everyone expected him to when he came on the scene when he was younger. He's played at Leipzig. He's currently at Bayer Leverkusen. And I tell you now, a lot of clubs will probably be looking at him because the way he's played this summer has been undeniably. He's been one of the best strikers in this tournament. He's got a brilliant left foot on him. And not only that, considering he's 6'3", you'd think he's kind of a player you'd loft it up to, but he's brilliant on the ball, and his agility and ball control is just brilliant. I love him as a striker, and I could see him fitting into a Premier League team very well. I could see him at a club like Everton, but that's beside the point. Not only that, Czech Republic have relied on two players that everyone knows, and the Hammers fans do love these two players, and they have been brilliant. Thomas Souček has been huge in the centre of midfield for them. He doesn't do the kind of runs that we see at West Ham where he arrives late, but he's mainly been that gritty player in midfield. He breaks up play and moves it on forward, and not only that, Soufal for me has been class. Absolutely class. He's a right back who basically plays as a right winger. He bombs on forward. He's literally an engine. If you watch him, he's constantly up and down. Does not stop running. Creates chance after chance. Crosses after crosses. Very good player. And not only that, he's very good defensively. So I think Czech Republic have got a good side. Going into this game, I don't think Czech Republic are going to just about edge this. I think Denmark have got the better side. You look at the players like Braithwaite, who's had a very good tournament. Dolberg, who came in for Poulsen, because Poulsen was playing well until his hamstring went. Dolberg came in against Wales. And wow, Dolberg, I don't even need to explain. We all know Dolberg played very well. But Denmark looked unreal in that game. Like, they absolutely annihilated Wales. They're defensively solid with Christiansen. And the players like Højbjerg are going to be huge in this game, because they're the kind of players who need to really break up and don't give Czech Republic any chance to create any momentum. You want Højbjerg to just constant defending, tackling, moving on to players like Damsgaard, who will get in those gaps, and Damsgaard is a player who you need to watch out for. I can see him creating a couple of chances, and I think Denmark are going to win this game. So overall, I'm going to go for a Denmark 2-0 win, and that clean sheet is all down to Schmeichel, brilliant keeper. 2-0 to Denmark. Now on to the final game of the quarterfinals, and I told you all we would beat Germany, didn't I, in my last predictions video? We did, and now we've got Ukraine, and it's so, I'm nervous even talking about it. Here we go. Let me try and compose myself to talk about England. The problem is, for me, I think the biggest thing in this game is it's all up here. Psychologically, I think this game is huge for England, because we've played all of our games where there have been a lot of England fans play at Wembley. This is the first time we are going to be playing in Italy. It's in the Stadio Olimpico, the Rome ground. And wow, this is going to be huge. Because in the game against Germany, we had 45,000 England fans chanting, cheering, and you don't realise how huge that is for the players. So in this game, they're not going to have that advantage. And they're coming up against the Ukraine side, where really going into this fixture, we are the favourites. Whereas against Germany, it was 50-50. The pressure is on England now, because everyone expects England to go through here. Looking on paper, we have got a better squad than Ukraine. Yes, Ukraine have got some good players. Yarmolenko, Malinovsky, very good players. And Shevchenko's men have looked very good in this tournament. Yaremchuk up top, they're good side. But overall, you would expect England to win. You'd really hope players like Shaw and Walker can really get down forward, not just sit as if we play in a back five or a back four like they did against Germany at points. You want, like Shaw did at the last 20 minutes in that game when Grealish came on, you want players like Shaw and Walker to really bomb on and apply pressure to Ukraine, because my worry is if we're too defensively minded against a side like Ukraine, they have got good attacking players, and they can hurt us, because against Germany we did concede a lot of chances, and Muller should have probably scored, Havertz could have scored a few, Werner could have scored a few. And this Ukraine side, they will take their chances. We've seen that with Yarmolenko and Yaremchuk, two players who've taken a lot of their chances. Very good finishers. And that's what I worry, because Ukraine in a lot of their games, they don't like the ball. They sit back and they pick you off, they counter-attack, and they will pick you off with their forwards because they are very good. Malinovsky's a brilliant player. He's had a brilliant season at Atalanta, and he will cause England some problems. But overall, I'd expect England to win. I just really hope Grealish and Saka starts. Maybe we play a 4-2-3-1 and we get Saka, Grealish and Sterling in that team, because Saka's really good going forward. Like, the way he drives with the ball is brilliant. Grealish, we all know what he does. 50% of England's goals have been assisted. I'll say 50%. I'm just going to say a lot of the goals have been assisted by Grealish in this tournament. He has to start. I don't know why Southgate won't start him. And Kane, finally, he got his goals. Hopefully he can really push on from that. But I think England have to win this game. I think we will win this game. I'm hoping Gareth Southgate doesn't go too defensively minded in a game like this, where we have got the advantage. We need to take the game to Ukraine, because the longer the game goes on 0-0 or 1-0, the more confidence Ukraine will get, because Ukraine probably will be playing the game every 15 minutes is an individual game, and they'll be really focused on that last 15 minutes, and they'll really want to go for it. That's my prediction. So we need to get an early goal, or just take the game to Ukraine. Do not sit back. Let's just go for it, England. Come on, we can do it. And then it potentially could come home. I don't know why I keep saying that. It's coming home. It's coming home, guys. But overall, I think England should dominate here. I do think we could potentially concede our first goal. I think we will. But I'm going to go for an England 3-1 win. You heard me, 3-1. Yes, Pickford's going to concede, but it's going to be a consolation goal, because we're going to go 2-0 up, then we're going to concede, and then we're going to score a third. Harry Kane, get some more goals, get some more confidence, so we can win this tournament, and then we can bring it home. Come on, England. Absolutely huge thank you guys for watching. So please now smash that like button and put your predictions in the comment section below, and we can either laugh at yours or laugh at mine. Probably be laughing at yours, not mine, because how many times do I say to you all, I am the prediction king. Yes, I didn't have a good round last round, but it was impossible to call. No one expected the Netherlands to go out. No one, I certainly didn't. No one expected France to go out, but let's just put that aside. Let's just push that under the carpet, and let's see if England can get through and all my predictions come back right. Hopefully they will. But thank you guys for watching. Look out, Sam, over and out. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.